guys, what's up? It's Joe Rady from Rady's Rise. I'm back here at Walker Ford, sunny Clearwater, Florida, and we have a car that I think you're gonna really like. This is a 2020 Ford Mustang GT Performance Pack Level 1, but it's got a bunch of other goodies that the boxes have been checked off. But before we dive into this Performance Pack Level 1 Mustang, let's talk about what's going on. So 2021 is gonna be a big year. It's the return of the Mach 1, that very iconic name. Now, some people are a little disappointed that there's no shaker hood, but they are definitely liking some of the performance gains that you're getting from the overall setup. Now, obviously those performance gains are gonna come at a price, and there has not been any official pricing yet, but the Mach 1 is gonna take the place of the Shelby GT350 in the Mustang lineup. Now, my question that I have, is it better going with this Mustang GT Performance Pack Level 1, especially the one we have with some of those extra options, over a Mach 1? Will you just be spending more money and really not getting much substance, especially if you're not gonna be tracking the car? If you're not gonna be taking it to the drag strip or a road course, is it better going this route, especially for your hard-earned money and having a bunch of performance, than going the Mach 1, especially since there's no shaker hood? That's totally out of the equation. So let's go ahead, let's dive into this 2020 Mustang GT Performance Pack Level 1 and see if we can answer that question. Right off the bat, love the color. If I was gonna get a Mustang GT, iconic silver all day long. This one has the optional racing stripe. Now, you cannot get a racing stripe, a dual racing stripe from Ford. This is the official. You check off racing stripe on that option sheet, this is the racing stripe that you're gonna get. So it's the larger one with the offset, smaller stripe with the iconic silver. I'm really digging it. Now, when you go Performance Pack Level 1, there are some changes aesthetically that are gonna separate you from the rest of the Mustang corral. Now, as we drop down, this is your hexagonal design on the grille, all gloss black with that chrome pony looking really good, but that is unique to the Performance Pack Level 1. You're gonna get the larger front splitter. So this splitter extends off the front of the Mustang further than a standard Mustang GT. That's another nice touch from the Performance Pack Level 1. When we get up onto the hood, besides the stripe, this is gonna be your standard Mustang GT hood. You do have the functional heat extractors, which is a nice touch. And what I love about the iconic silver, it shows the body lines so beautifully with the Mustang. Now, when we come around the bend, here's what we're getting. Now, I actually am loving the wheels on the Performance Pack Level 1. I have loved them ever since I laid my eyes upon them. 19-inch wheel, gloss black, multi-design level, much different than what you're gonna find on a Mach 1. I think that obviously beauty's in the eye of the beholder, but these wheels are working a lot more for me than on the Mach 1, the standard Mach 1. We're not talking about the handling package Mach 1, we're just talking about your standard Mach 1 for 2021. Performance Pack Level 1, you're gonna get the 6-piston Brembo calipers, gonna clamp down on those rotors. The rotors are larger, so they're 13.6-inch rotors. And then beneath the fenders, you're gonna have a totally retuned suspension. Heavy-duty springs, thicker anti-roll bars. That's gonna allow this Mustang to turn left and right much quicker than your standard Mustang GT. Now, as we go down the side, of course, you're gonna get that 5.0 badge, that 5-liter badge. This car technically does have a little less horsepower, but we'll get to that compared to the Mach 1. Working our way back, you can see the stripe over the top. I am gonna zonk. I wish Ford wouldn't have done it. They did it on my Shelby GT350R. That shark fin antenna, not my favorite, but here's the fun news. Look, if you go black stripe, you get a black antenna to kind of make it blend in, kind of camouflage it a little bit. We keep working our way towards the rear. Out back, you're still getting that nice 19 by 9.5-inch wheel, 275 in the width, so you're getting more rubber. And with the Performance Pack Level 1, you're getting the Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tires. Great stick and durability. Now, when we come out back to the rear, unique only to the Performance Pack Level 1. You can't get it on a Mach 1, you can't get it on a Shelby, you can't get it on any other car except this PP1 here. So Performance Pack Level 1, this spoiler is unique. I love the design. I love the way it's got a nice little dip in the center, the way it curves around, very unique, and it separates it totally from the rest of the Mustangs that are available, whether they're performance oriented or not. We drop down, you're gonna get that tri-bar sequential taillight. Love the way it blinks. You get the quad tip exhaust. When they switched to this diffuser and exhaust in 2018, one of the smartest decisions Ford ever made. They really made the sound level come up high. You got your GT badge popping out nicely with the gloss black and with the stripe. The stripe goes all the way down to that diffuser. But why don't we pop the hood and see what's going on underneath it in this GT Performance Pack Level 1. What do you think? All right, guys, we got the hood popped on this Mustang GT Performance Pack Level 1. Now, since we're comparing this to the upcoming Mach 1, like I said, you got a little less horsepower. Underneath the hood, you get that 5-liter, 460 horsepower, 420 pound-feet of torque. If you're comparing that to the Mach 1, it's 20 less horsepower. Same amount of torque. Now, when you go Performance Pack Level 1, you're gonna get this massive strut tower brace. Love the bright silver. Love the way it says Mustang GT. The biggest zonk. My zonk is actually as large as this engine cover. Don't like this engine cover one bit. I do like the way it says powered by Ford. It's just, why hide all this beautiful motor with a bunch of plastic? That to me doesn't sound right. And that's where the Mach 1 actually has the intake manifold off of a Shelby GT350, so you don't get all that plastic, which is a nice touch. You're gonna get a larger radiator for better cooling. Out back, you're gonna get different gearing. Now, if you go 6-speed manual, you're gonna get 373 limited slip diff. On a 10-speed automatic like we have, you're gonna get the 355 gears, also limited slip diff. So you're looking at 0 to 60 with an automatic in about 4 seconds flat. That's gonna out-accelerate your 6-speed manual Mustang GT. And really, I'm telling you, you're splitting hairs between this and a Mach 1 when it comes to the actual performance numbers. But why don't we go ahead, let's fire up this Performance Pack Level 1 and hear what it sounds like. All right, guys, we're inside the 2020 Mustang GT Performance Pack Level 1. I just feel like this package is so well-rounded, and I know you're probably saying, well, Joe, how much is it? How much is this particular one? Now, remember, you haven't seen it yet, but there's a lot of other options that have been checked off. So the MSRP, which remember, MSRP is what it is, can go down, negotiate. You're looking at it $51,000, but I think you'll be surprised, especially being a 2020, you're gonna get this for a better deal than a brand new Mach 1. So let's see what you're getting for the money. To the door panels, you're gonna get nice leatherette material all across the back there. I like the contrast stitching, nice door pocket. It's got a classic look that still looks fresh. There are updates coming for 2022, but hey, why wait to 2022? We don't even know if the world will exist then. Enjoy your Mustang now. Now, when you come to the dash, going Performance Pack Level 1, you have the aluminum engine turned finish here. Really looking good. I love the Mustang, 55 years of the Mustang badge there. And then Performance Pack Level 1, you're gonna get your oil pressure gauge and your vacuum gauge. It's nice to have those auxiliary gauges. You drop down 8-inch infotainment system, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, navigation. You got your touch ability, really smooth, that Sync 3 system, all your climate controls. You work your way down, heated seats, ventilated seats, aluminum start-stop button, and we have our mode selector switches right out of a P51 Mustang. USB, little cubby for some Tootsie Rolls, 10-speed automatic in this one. You can get the 6-speed manual, but the 10-speed automatic has been super, super popular. Mustang key fob, looking clean. Remote start, soft touch, seats, leather. So you're getting the leather, ventilated and heated, and the beautiful stitch work, looking really great. Plenty of headroom in here, which is nice. That's what you're always gonna get in any Mustang. But why don't you come over here to the business end? I wanna show you what options this particular GT has. All right, guys, business time behind the wheel. The one option that this really has that I love is the 12-inch digital display. So in 2018, Ford came out with this display. Obviously, the steering wheel is tilting and telescoping, which is really nice. And I'll have Victor show off that display. Super clean, the graphics, the fonts. When you go into your different modes, it actually changes up. Look at that, Sport Plus. You could go into track, really, really nice. The graphics are so clear, and I love the way they kind of kept the bezel rounded here to really kind of be part of that classic gauge look, but with the digital instrumentation. That right there is really a great option when you're going Mustang GT. But why don't we go ahead, we're not gonna do the back seat, that's the same as the upcoming Mach 1, the trunk is the same. Let's take this Performance Pack Level 1 and see how it performs out there on the road. All right guys, we're in the Mustang GT Performance Pack Level 1. We're comparing this to the Mach 1, that upcoming Mach 1. Is this the better way to go? We are gonna find out. I'm gonna let that white truck kind of take off a little bit in front of us, and we are going to give it the juice. On throttle, here we go. Nice, fast shifts from the 10-speed. You're like a missile. You're like a missile in this thing. And I'm telling you right now, I'm willing to debate Henry Ford himself. Let's bring him back to life. I will debate Henry Ford. 460 horsepower compared to 480 in the Mach 1. I don't think you're gonna feel the difference. It's 20 more horsepower. It's the same amount of torque. Same amount of torque. Top speed is the same. 155 miles an hour. Now what's wonderful is that you are getting a K-brace underneath the chassis to stiffen up the chassis. And if you're wondering why they call it a K-brace, I'll give you a clue. Yes, it's shaped like the letter K. Congratulations. But that's gonna allow you to have better handling, better overall feel. And like I said, especially if this is gonna be a daily driver, this 10-speed shifts like a hot knife through butter. And from the people that I talked to at the Ford Nationals, they all wanted 10 speeds in their Mach 1s. That's why everybody's a little upset, not me, but everybody else is upset about the Mach 1 with the handling package. You can't get the 10 speed. You can only get the 6-speed manual. But remember, that's the Tremec taken right from the GT 350. Now, the one question you need to ask yourself is, are you gonna do a bunch of track days and or autocross events? And the only reason why I bring that up is because if you go Mach 1, you're gonna be getting those different coolers from the GT 350, the diff cooler, the engine oil cooler, and a transmission cooler. So just something to think about. You don't have all those coolers on this car. You have a larger radiator, but you don't have any of the extra coolers. So just something to think about if you're going this route. Guys, we're gonna take the Performance Pack Level 1 out onto the highway. One thing you're gonna notice is that even with the increased rigidity of the chassis and the suspension damping, you're not gonna get beat up. Your kidneys are gonna be able to remain in your body. They're not gonna get beat up from bumps and expansion joints and everything else. So that's another wonderful facet of the Performance Pack Level 1, is you're kind of having your cake and eating it too at the same time. It's actually quiet in here except for the exhaust noise, which of course, you're going Mustang GT, you want exhaust noise. You want to hear that rumble, you want to hear that V8, and you definitely get it. Loving the digital dash. That is such a nice touch. And all the other touches that you have on this Performance Pack Level 1, I really think if I was gonna go that route, this is the way I would go. Iconic silver, black racing stripe. You got the unique spoiler, the unique grille, unique wheels. I mean, that sounds like a plus, plus, plus. And then you're not paying, there's no dealer markup on it, which is great. You guys, let's have some on-throttle fun. We're in a Performance Pack Level 1 Mustang GT. On throttle, here we go. God, I'm telling you right now, if you want a cruise missile in a straight line, this 10-speed equipped Performance Pack Level 1 is one hell of a vehicle. Let's see how it goes in the turn. On throttle, on the brakes, those 6-piston Brembos. Here we go. Yeah! Woo! Nice! Nice little slide there. You can feel the rear of the vehicle moving. I have it in track mode. That's letting me just do what I want with this Mustang GT Performance Pack Level 1. Wow, this thing, for the money, you could get one cheaper. You want a little less, you don't want the showstopper interior, you don't want the stripes, you don't want certain options, you can get the Performance Pack Level 1 at a lower MSRP. But I'm telling you, the way that this one sits, I'm loving it. Like Mickey D's, I'm loving it. On the brakes, here we go, one more time. Look at this, nice. Gotta watch out for the traffic, of course. On throttle. Yeah! Woohoo! I'm telling you right now, this thing is ridiculous. And it's just usable power, which is awesome. So usable. On throttle. Yeah! I love the way the car kind of just, the back end comes out just a little bit so you can square off the corner. Rocket you out of it, the sound, the sensation. For me, I would just like a 6-speed manual, and that would then make me want to go Mach 1 because I want the Tremec. But whew, you're gonna have such a good time, and you're gonna get it cheaper than a Mach 1. So something to think about. Well, we need to get back to Walker Ford. I'm sure somebody is waiting to buy this iconic silver with black racing stripe Mustang GT. So I'll see you in a split second. All right, guys, it's been another great day here at Walker Ford. Definitely got to thank Frank Walker, Weston Walker, Tracy, Benji, Mark, Austin, Greg, the whole crew getting us access to this 2020 Performance Pack Level 1 Mustang. You know, if you want to save some money or kind of be a little smarter with your money, this really is the sweet spot in the Mustang lineup. You're getting the GT power, you're getting extra handling goodies, and also an appearance that's going to separate you from the rest of the pack. The Mach 1 is easily going to come in price point that mid-50 and up, depending on how you option it. So going this route, you're getting it basically fully loaded. The Performance Pack Level 1, $5,000. I don't know, I think it's money well spent, and definitely one that you should add to your list before you just go out and put a deposit on a Mach 1. But if it's cars like these Mustangs that you want to keep seeing on Raised Rise, leave a comment in the comment section. If you're new and you're on your way out, hit the subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile coming back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Raised Rise family. If you want to help us keep making great content just for you in the channel, click the link in the description. Get yourself some Raised Rise merch. Got to get it to Crown Vic, manning that camera like the king that he is. Thank you, Victor, for all your hard work. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.